Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Oil WTI plummets as a summer of despair ends. Analysis http ntvforex.com News ID 87697A97 2025 21:52 am. WTI prices continued to plummet at the NYMEX Sunday Open, wasting little time picking up from where Friday's beatdown left off. Coming into week's end, crude oil prices got hammered lower in concert with weakness in U.S. equity markets. Indeed, for the oil complex, it was terrible timing for a general market risk meltdown, which coincided with Labor Day weekend and the end of the U.S. driving season, where oil traders were in a de-risking mode anyway. Continued USD strength kept the pressure on oil prices, with bearish price action on the broader market also a factor, suggesting it's not only the September seasonality effect that was hurting oil. It was a double-barrel effect, as the combination of seasonality and generally dreary market sentiment contributed to the precipitous price fall into the long weekend, and traders weren't pricing for any colossal pickup in demand as U.S. driving season takes its final lap. The U.S. driving season is coming to an end, signaling a significant drop-off in gasoline demand amid one of the most morose pandemics and impelled dormancy ever in U.S. travel. So, while peering into the September viewfinders, traders not only find themselves at the end of the runway on bullish catalysts, but have now overshot the runway and fallen into a possible brink of despair, as the key fundamental and psychological WTI $40 BBL gave way to triggering stops in cascading fashion. In a market that is pinning hopes on a vaccine sooner than later, oil prices did not like the latest vaccine news, as Moderna says it is slowing the newest trial to ensure diversity. The report comes at a time when Labor Day holiday coronavirus risk could skyrocket in the U.S. if September 4th revelers are too reckless with social distancing. Traders are now looking over their shoulders for what's where, then the next price anvil will fall after a coronavirus model often cited by top health officials predicted on Friday that death counts could reach more than 400,000 in the U.S. alone by January. That comes due to seasonal concerns as the Northern Hemisphere heads for colder autumn months, forcing social activity indoors, where the risk of catching the virus rises if people's bravado to acquiring the virus takes over and mask use wanes. Rubbing salt in the wounds, Chinese seaborne crude imports are reported to have fallen 5.4% in August to 10.9 mbd, down from a record high the previous month. NBSP and, as widely expected, Saudi Aramco lowered its October official selling prices OSP, but still provides bearishly poor optics. For the first time in 4 months, Aramco lowered its October OSP for crude supplies to Asia by $1.40 billion to a discount of 50 cents BBL against Oman. Dubai prices were expected to be cut for Asia-bound crude by $1.2 BBL. NBSP encouraging China to keep the flow of crude moving is a worrying signpost that the world's biggest exporter sees fuel demand waffling amid global pandemic flare-ups. Indeed, we haven't seen such a severe case of piling on in the oil market in a while. And traders don't have to look far to tell things are pretty bad when not even a better than expected non-farm payroll report can rally the bulls. NBSP, however, the robust jobs data does suggest hope for a bigger than expected stimulus deal, or even a move back to the bargaining table if Democrats insist on $2.5 trillion as a starting point. I am not sure the flagging seasonality price action is catching too many pros by surprise, but NBSP, the intensity of the sell-off is as seasonality concerns are getting compounded by autumn virus fears amid a general de-risking across broader markets. Still, oil is a funny beast these days, and so hypersensitive to negative news. And, after a massive 9% weekly sell-off, traders might need some monetary or fiscal policy encouragement to jump back on the saddle again in any meaningful way. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me mt5.expert.advisors.